Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm making a video on how to edit photos in Lightroom. So let's begin here. Right, I'm just going to do a quick, nice, easy edit that anyone can do really today to make any photo look pretty good. Right, so you're going to start in the library module up here after opening Lightroom, and it will instantly all look like this. What you want to do is click on the little down arrow on your local disk or wherever source your pictures are on, and just go to wherever your pictures are located. So for me, it's on the desktop here. Show the desktop, so I'm going to click on desktop, and I've picked some sample pictures. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that one. Oh well, just these two here, not that one, but these other two. I've decided to come in here and let you watch me edit. I didn't think they were. I think I might have accidentally picked the wrong picture. 1 second, I'm just gonna get this one right. Alright, I'm back. I could not find the picture that I originally had. It was a nice picture of a flower and macro that I took. But anyway, I found another one that's alright, so I'm just gonna edit that instead. And I've got one of a cat here that's underexposed. It's JPEG, so we're gonna see how well we can do to recover that. And just a nice little flower here inside a little room. These pictures are all when I was on holiday in Greece a while back, so just click import. And now we've got the 3 pictures. We are in some library module, so you want to head over to develop module up here. Click the develop button, and it'll take a second. 1 second, guys. Alright, so it's loaded. We're going to go ahead and edit this picture first, the one of the cat. Now, you can see this was quite dark, because I'm zooming in, and you can see I use quite high ISO, because my camera's quite good in low light, and if we go, it should tell us somewhere. Yeah, see, 6400. So that was using quite a big ISO on that, but yeah. So we're going to start off just by I've forgotten how you zoom out. There we go. Right, okay. So we're going to start by over here. You've got the basic developer, just on the right over here. This should really be happy. Alright, and what we're going to start doing is just the white balance does look quite off as well, so we're just going to slowly put the exposure up a bit. Now already some of those dark areas of the pictures that have come out, especially the face, has come out quite a lot. Like that. Right. We're just going to put this up by about +1, should be alright. You don't want to put it up too high, we'll lose some detail. Just going to leave contrast on its own for a second. And we can play around with highlights a bit, but we want to sort of keep them as they are. Put them up maybe by about 24. It's pretty good. So all you want to do when you're editing a picture like this is just always try and keep the image looking good. And if you just click the button, I think it's here, original photo, lets you see what the original photo looked like, and you see the changes, and you can decide whether you think it looked better or worse. That's what I do most. Just experiment around basically, but I'm here today to show you some things you can do. Right now, I don't really ever mess with these whites and blacks because I edit them in the curves in a minute, but yeah. So if you want, you can put the vibrance, saturation and clarity up a bit. I always like to put the saturation up just a tiny bit, by about +15. Vibrance I don't really think does much, and clarity just makes your picture look really weird, so I usually leave all this stuff pretty near 0. But here's where it gets interesting with contrast. So we're gonna put the contrast up by using curves, and what you're gonna do is just make a dot in the middle. This makes pretty much every picture improve. So actually, oh yeah, you can't put dots in this, but you do want to start by going at the top, and something you can do is actually on the lights here, put this to about +10 and the darks to about -10, or yeah, about -10. This will do the same thing, but if you want, you can just drag it up there, and you want to drag it down here. and you can see there's a bit of a difference there, so I'm just going to increase this difference. This picture already has a lot of contrast in it, and it's JPEG, so I don't want to do this too much. I think that's a bit much, but it's alright. There's nothing wrong with that I don't mind. Alright, so this white balance is horrible. I remember this cat's fur as being pretty much white, so let's pick as much of the neutral colour as we can. Let's try up here. Alright, let's try that. See what that makes it look. There you go. So we just brought the picture back to life. I changed the light on. Let's use this. And I think the cat's face is still a bit too dark, so I'm going to pull these shadows up a bit more, maybe plus 30. There we go. It's still looking a bit dark, but I don't think there's too much more we can do about that. As you see, if we drag this all the way up, we are going to lose a bit of quality. Not too much, but I think it makes it look just not so good. So I'm going to plus 60 looks pretty good actually. So I'm going to move there. So this picture is pretty much finished being edited now. I mean, there's not too much you can do with this. I tried to give you a bit of an idea what it's like if you're trying to edit a JPEG. It doesn't look great. So there we go. Alright, let's go to the next picture. Alright. So this one is a picture of a goat that I shot here. You can see it's very high ISO, 800. Well, not high, sorry, low. Because it looks nice and crisp. I'm not sure if it was actually perfect focus. I think I was using manual focus, but I was using kit lens 55mm, so it's quite far away. And then 1/500. So let's have a look. I probably could have used the lower ISO in this, but yeah, you can see not too much in there. This is just a preview, so anyway, this is where our contrast buff that we did earlier thing is gonna really make a difference. Now, I'm not going to mess with much of this stuff now. The highlights, to be honest, in this, they're not going to make too much of a difference. There is this grass, hay stuff over here, so it probably does its best dropping the highlights by about 30, but it really doesn't make too much of a difference. But alright, now the shadows, for this picture, I sort of like it because the shadows aren't too bright or too dark, and they just sort of lay in there in the shade. So if anything, I'd want to make this darker, not that much. I mean, like about a minus, really, it's an underscore, about a minus 10. It just gives a nice sort of look to the image, which I like. Alright, I'm going to leave all this, maybe put saturation up by about plus 10. I don't really want to notice it too much in this picture because there's not many big colours around. There's the greens in here which are going to change and make them look better. And I'll do the same for the vibrance and this. You won't see much of a difference with some of the greens I said, like I said earlier, and these around here. There's just the head here, which I find that quite funny. And again, I'm just going to, instead of actually using the graph, I will use the graph on this one, just so you can see what it's like. So I'm going to drag these up and pull these down. And that's just exactly the same thing, but it's not exactly accurate, which is why I like using the numbers here. And that's a bit too much, if you ask me. Put that down to minus 20 and put this up to plus 20. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I think that's still a bit too much, so let's put it down to plus 15 and I think that'll look perfect. And take away 15. I like to keep them the same, so it's called an S curve, by the way, if you want to know that. And I'll see the difference. So you just click this little button next to it and that'll turn just curves off. You see that makes a really nice difference, just making it look sort of more vibrant and clear to me. Anyway, something I do like to do on these sort of these sort of photos is I like to go down into effects here, and on post crop vignetting, or I don't know how you say it, but on amount I like to put that on minus 20. Create that nice effect around the outside. Small vignette, but it still looks pretty good. So you can put it down to whatever you like. I think that looks quite nice. Not too much, because you'll notice if you go too high, like I always do underscore instead of. But if you go too high, it's just gonna look terrible like that. Like that's hardly seeable. And if you do want to make a nice white one, it sort of creates a nice light feel to it. Just put that in plus, but I never really do that. So let's see what possible. Take away 40. Sorry. So it looks pretty good. I like that effect around the outside, and I'm just going to leave that. You can mess around with these other little settings here, but I don't tend to do that much. The only thing I always mess around with is feather in here, but it doesn't do too much. I just recommend leaving it alone. So there you go. That picture's edited now. That looks great. Let's move to the next one. So we've got a nice basic simple flower here, and this will make editing the saturation in this will make it look really good. Now one thing I did notice was this doesn't look straight. I don't know why, but to my eyes it doesn't look straight. It is straight in real life. I think it's because it's sort of dipping down in the middle, and because this is heavy obviously, and it looks like it's sort of going further down. But anyway, that was just a slight problem with this photo I noticed, but I still wanted to drag it in to show you what flower shots look like. And I did have another one, like I said, but I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. So on this, putting the exposure up by the smallest amount will make it look a bit better. Not much though. So I'm going to put it by 0.5. Let's try that. There you go. So that is quite a big difference, just from 0 to 0.5. It doesn't seem much, but actually it's quite a lot. The highlights on this you can actually put down if you want to. Some people are going to like this sort of look, that it's light there, but it looks quite nice when you put them down. There's more detail in this area if you put them down, obviously. And if you put them up, it should make it too bright. So I'm actually going to put them down to just a tiny bit, because I think they are a bit too bright to start with. It ruins the look of the image and makes your eye sort of travel to that part when you want to be focused on the flower, really. So probably -20 I'll put for that. And the shadows, there's not many shadows in this picture, although maybe the centre of the flower, this whole thing is going to generally be a shadow, so maybe about a +20 on that. Might make a bit of a difference. That looks alright. So now on this picture, I'm not sure about the tone cut. Let's see what it looks like. Let's experiment. So I'm going to do again. Always do about +30 to start with, and take away 30. And see what I mean? It doesn't look too good in this sort of picture, but maybe if we make it a bit more subtle, it will actually still make it look better, which is what I'm hoping for here. So let's turn it off and see what it looks like without. And I think that makes it look a lot better actually, just a subtle change, but not too much. In this picture, I'm actually going to, usually do this, you're going to take that out, colour, and I'm going to make the reds and oranges sort of pop a bit. So in saturation, I'm just going to put these up, not too high, or it will look really edited, about +15, and same for the reds. Actually, the reds 15 might look a bit, see? No, I like that actually, I like that. Alright, so that's just something you can do there. Doesn't make too much of a difference, but it just, to me, feels like a different sort of type of saturation. So just putting this up, I don't know, but I'm still going to put this up by about +5, just to sort of give these some nice saturation and vibrance the same. Now, and this is where some people do like clarity, but some people like something like that. It looks sort of deadly, and or even something like that looks quite sort of dreamy and nice. But I like it to be 0, to be honest. I never really mess around with clarity, like I said. So if you can mess around with that though and see if you like the effect it gives. But generally I don't use that. Again, here we can experiment with the vignetting, I don't know. Looks okay, but it sort of feels like you're trapped in a box looking at a flower, but I don't know, it's alright. I'm not saying that's not good or anything, but I don't know. This is where also, again, you might be able to use the white vignetting just to sort of flatten the image out a bit. Alright, so we had the cat earlier. We couldn't really do too much with this picture, but we did try. It is a JPEG. If this was in RAW, we'd be able to properly edit this. And that temperature, is this wrong? I think that might be wrong. Not sure why that's... I think the camera did this. Maybe. Oh no, that's white balance, sorry. That's why, alright. So, we've edited the white balance. I mean, you can put the exposure up all the way to the top. That makes it look horrible, but I mean, a bit more, obviously. Like, maybe something like that. It is a very high ISO, so that will completely ruin the picture. Something like 1 would look better, and then put in the blacks up to something like 30, maybe. Sorry, 60. So there you go, you've got a bit more of a picture there, but there's not anything you can really do with this, other than using flash, which in camera flash is terrible. But I should have used an ISO more like shutter speed, sorry, more like 180, which is the lowest handheld that you can go without certain lines. And then this image would have been perfectly light, and maybe I could have even gone to an ISO with an ISO. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna say thanks for watching. Yeah, so I just said, oh god, I just paused because I had to do something. Right, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to say to you, there is a TeamSpeak server that you can go on, you can join. I'll be on there sometimes, and you can speak to me if you want. It's public, so you can come on it. The address will be in the description towards the top, so if you want to have a look at it, you can come on it. I will, if you stay on there for a while, I'll rank you up, I'll give you some stuff you can do. Yes, that'll be pretty good, so I can speak to some of you guys who are watching me. I don't know if there are any, to be honest, but if you are, thanks. See you guys next time. I really hope you love this video. I just made it because some of my friends want to know how to edit the pictures, so I'm just editing all my holiday pictures, which is awesome. They're not too bad than that. I just picked some bad ones as an example to show you. Once again, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.